Hello, my third grade kids. Today is Thursday, May 21st, okay? This week, we almost finished this week, and I hope you are really happy because every day that you live is going to be the best of your lives. Okay, yesterday we talked about friendship. I hope you really like the blog. Today we're going to focus on future adverb clauses and phrases. I will tell you how to use it. Please, let's go to the book. Open your books here. Student's book on page 111. Okay, first we are going to make a little emphasis about the difference between alone and lonely. Alone means to be without any other people when you are with nobody else. And lonely is the feeling of being unhappy because you have no friends or people to talk to. The orphans, the people that are orphans, that doesn't have a family or friends, they are alone. And when you feel lonely, it's maybe because your friends, you have to move to another place and you cannot see them and you feel by yourself. Okay? Here we can see I went shopping on Saturday afternoon. Okay? Lonely, just by myself. And I felt alone when he first moved to New York. Okay? Because they were together. Then we have here future adverb clauses and phrases. Okay? We are going to look at yesterday's reading and we are going to find the blue sentences in the block and we're going to match them to the rules. Here we have first, future adverb clauses. The rule number 1 says, we use future adverb clauses to show that two things will happen at approximately the same time. The adverb clause uses a present form and the main clause uses a future form. Okay? This is one. The second rule is we use the present perfect, have, has, and the past participle of the verb in the adverb clause when one thing finishes before another starts. Okay? We can also do this with clauses that begin with until, after, once, and before. Okay, let's go and look here at yesterday's reading and we are going to find the blue phrases. Look at this. When we get home, we will be greeted by faithful robots. Okay, here this is a future adverb clause because it starts with when and the one sentence is in simple present and the other is in future. Okay, so this is according to rule number 1. Then let's look at another sentence, another phrase here. It says when, so it's an adverb clause, not doing housework for you, Pepper would act like a concerned friend. Again, it is present and this is future. So this is also the rule number 1. Then we go to the next sentence. People will find lots of different activities they can do when using sites like this. If you notice in this one, you started with the future sentence, but then you have when as an adverb also of time, and then you have simple present tense, then or present continuous. Then it is also the rule number 1. Here we go to as soon as is also an adverb phrase that starts with time. You have signed present perfect up. You will be asked to create your own partner and invent their background and interest. So when you have present perfect and future, it's the second rule, okay? And it is because one thing finishes before another starts, okay? So in this case, as soon as you have signed up, okay, you have registered, then it finished the registration time and it starts another thing. You will be asked to create your own partner and invent their background and interests. Okay? So, please you have to read these rules and practice them. Then we have reduce future adverb clauses. Why do we use them? 1. To shorten a future adverb clause, we omit the subject and the auxiliary and change the main verb to present participle. It means with ing. That's why in some of the phrases you don't see like this. You don't see, look, when not doing, we don't say when we are not doing housework. We don't put the subject and we don't put the verb to be, okay? But this is to shorten a future adverb clause. That's why we omit the subject and the auxiliary and change the main verb to present with ing. We can do this with clauses that begin with when, while, after, and before. The second rule, if the shortened adverb clause is negative, leave not before the participle. As you can see here, we have here, when not doing housework for you, okay, you don't say when we are not doing, we omit the subject and we omit the verb to be. We just put when not doing housework for you, Pepper will act like a concerned friend. You see? Okay, let's do the next exercise. Complete the sentences with the correct form of the verbs in parentheses. 1. Want volunteer. I won't volunteer until I've spoken to my friends about the organization. Here you say not volunteer, but I say I will not volunteer. Okay? This is an action that just finishes before another starts. Okay? That is here the present perfect and okay, and we are using until, as you can see here. Then we start with when, that is an adverb, and this is present. When you move to Mexico City, you will need time to make new friends, okay? Then we have as soon as Kyle, then we have here, so it's present, joins the group, or you can say has joined, both are correct. He will immediately try to improve attendance, okay? Before Mark writes the email, when we have this in present, the next one has to be in future. He will call first, okay? In this case, we are saying things that will happen at approximately the same time. As you can see, he joins and then he immediately tries to improve attendance. So it's almost at the same time. Before Mark writes the email, he'll call first. It's almost at the same time. Then, when we have finished, our homework is an action that almost finished, and this one is going to start. We will have dinner. Okay? And the last one, while not in negative and using a gerund, while not living at home, Leah will stay with friends. Okay? We have to choose the correct option. Ready, kids? Okay? So we are going to choose the correct options using future adverb clauses. Okay? Personally, I think that after technology, I have after here that it's an adverb, has replaced human workers we will all still want to work. In this case, this action has just finished and this will continue. That's why we use present perfect and then future. Some experts say that as soon as, here we have another adverb, we have stopped, this is present perfect, working, the next one has to be in future. We will be given a salary by our government. Okay? However, we have while, and remember that if we have a gerund here, that's a participle, we use just negative. While not needing to work sounds great, I think we will realize that it isn't. A lot of our relationships depend on going out and meeting people. Okay? Of course, when we, present tense, look for jobs in the future, these actions happen almost at the same time. So here we have present and future. We won't think about them in the same way as today. If everybody has salary, present tense, future, we will consider the social opportunities that the position offers. Before, remember, we have to begin with a gerund that it's a present participle. Choosing, we don't put the subject and the verb like before we are choosing. You say, before choosing, choose a job. However, until technology takes over humans, the salary will continue to be one of the first things we consider when looking for a job. Okay, that's all for today.